In the latter half of verse 72, the disciple had said that God inspires the souls to do karmas or acquire karmas, and therefore the soul is unbound. The whole responsibility is upon God, the soul is unbound. That is, God has created the world, and the activities of the world take place as per God's will. God has created the universe, cosmos, universe, world. આપણે વર્લ્ડ જ સમજતા નથી આખું, so let's keep that. God has created the world. All the activities happening in this world is according to the God's will. And 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 whatever karmas done by the worldly beings are through God's inspiration alone. Whatever. Since there is no fault of the soul in doing karmas, because of the compelling inspiration it has to do, the soul is proved unbound. The soul is not the doer of actions, or the soul is not the creator of karmic bondage. So, the soul is not the doer. The responsibility is on the inspiration, it's upon God because of his inspiration. Resolving this argument of the disciple, the Guru says,
करता ईश्वर कोई नहीं, ईश्वर शुद्ध स्वभाव, अथवा प्रेरक ते गणे, ईश्वर दोष प्रभाव.
कर्ता, doer, ईश्वर बीश्वर कोई नहीं. There is no God who is a creator, who is a doer, meaning creator of the universe, all the activities according to his will, prompter of the actions of the worldly beings. All this is called doing. And who is the doer according to the disciple? God. Hey, there is no doer, there is no God who is a doer. कर्ता डूअर ईश्वर कोई नहीं, ईश्वर शुद्ध स्वभाव. મને લાગે મને સાંભળો ને ખાલી જોયા કરો તો બી કોઈ આઈ થિંક યુ વિલ અન્ડરસ્ટેન્ડ ધ વર્ડ. so clear and so simple. कर्ता ईश्वर कोई नहीं, ईश्वर शुद्ध स्वभाव. God is the achiever of the purest state. If you are talking about nature, we all are gods. Nature of the soul, we all are gods. If you are talking of the state, then the God is that entity who has achieved the purest state, accomplished. એટલે siddha. Siddha means you can say over. Nothing more to do, nothing more to achieve, nothing more to accomplish. Accomplished, siddha thai gayo, over. Right? Siddhahood, siddhatva. So, करता આમ કરતા જાઓ ને તો યાદ રહેશે, કરતા ઈશ્વર કોઈ નહીં, ઈશ્વર શુદ્ધ સ્વભાવ, achiever of the purest state. Or if you want to consider God as the creator and the doer and the prompter and the inspirer, if you want to believe, prerak te ganye, if you want to consider him the inspirer of the karmas or the actions of all the worldly beings, if you want to believe, Ishwar dosha prabhav, he will be deemed as flawed, he will be full of defects and contradictions. He will lose his godliness. He will lose his godliness if he starts interfering in the actions of the worldly beings. So beautiful, right? Bhagavan has used exactly the words used by Anand Ganji Maharaj in the first stavan of Rishabhdev Bhagavan. The same thing is using here. See the verse number fifth, yeah. Koi kahe leela re. All these activities of the world itself is a playground. And all the activities and everything is all the leela of Bhagavan. It's a play of God. Leela meaning play of God. Koi kahe leela re. Alakh alakh tani. First alakh is for alaksha. We can't even fathom. We can't even understand, comprehend of the alaksha tanire, well, the Bhagavan. Lakhapure manas, very simple. But why would God do all this? Dosha rahitne leela navi gate. Why should anyone who is having desire, hatred, revenge, levu hoy, kai bhi hoy, to you do something. If you have passion, you do something. Aversion, you do something. So for doing implies desire. Anything good, bad, anything, but desire. And desires imply imperfection. And I can't go behind. Imperfection implies lowering of your purity. Doing implies desire. Desire implies imperfection. Imperfection signifies impurity or lowering your purity, whatever. Dosha rahitne leela navi gatere, who has become flawless, would never do all this, because the doing brings the whole chain: doing, desiring, imperfectness, impurity, etc. So dosh rahitne leela navi gate. The moment you associate leela with God, he becomes dosha vilas. Dosha vilas. And see the last two words here in the verse of Atma Siddhi, 77 verse. Ishwar dosha prabhav. Because he wanted rhyming with swabhav, so instead of vilas, he wrote prabhav. See the beauty. क्या 400-500 वर्ष पहला आनंद गंज जी महाराज, क्या नडियाद and Atma Siddhi and 6 fundamentals and evening time, and everything was on its surface. Either you say there was self-experience, so 100% self-experience, but the choice of words, it seems he has absorbed all the Gnani Purush, all the Shastras. So much similarity in the words shows his bhakti for the enlightened masters. And so much clarity shows his self-experience. Both Anubhuti and Bhakti. Anubhuti, it can be seen by his clarity, and Bhakti by the choice of words. What was written there? Dosha Vilas. Ishwar, Dosha Vilas for Ishwar. And here Dosha Prabhav. See the similarity. Isn't it beautiful? So there is no God who is the creator of the universe or inspirer of actions of living beings. God is a soul. God is a soul. God is a soul like all the other souls, but who have achieved complete pure natural state, or say the purest state. If God is considered as inducing the souls to do actions, meaning inspiring the actions of worldly beings, then God will be associated with defects and contradictions. How? We'll see. I think Guru is in a proper attacking mood, it seems. So the Guru attacks the disciples' contention that all karmas or actions must originate in God. All karmas must originate in God or God's inspiration. That was the disciples' contention, which is being attacked by the Guru. Ekat to kaam chhe. He has no karmic attacks, so now he starts attacking others. Panic attack ni jem karmic attack bhi ave mein raખ્યું છે. So there are karmic attacks, suddenly depression નું, suddenly ક્રોધ નું, suddenly dullness નું, suddenly activeness ના, આ બધા karmic attacks. But he doesn't have any karmic attacks. He is beyond the karmic influence. નહીં કરતા તું તેહનો, નહીં ભોગતા તું તેહનો, એ જ ધર્મનો મર્મ. We'll be learning about it. નહીં ભોગતા તું તેહનો. કર્મ ભલે આવે, નહીં ભોગતા તું. Witness, 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 witness. Not creator of bondages, not even experiencing the influences of the karma, the fruits of karma, because all with sakshi bhav, with just witnessing attitude, right? So he is free of all this. He doesn't have any border to fight on. So he starts fighting our karmas. So that's a beautiful concept, but here Guru is actually wanting to say, okay, do you know what is God? I'm not saying who is God. What is the concept of God? What should be the concept of God? God is a soul in its purest state. Number one, Purna Shuddha, purest state. God is a soul who is immaculate, meaning perfect, or you can say very spotless, clean, pristine form, not polluted at all, divinely majestic. Personality થી majestic નહીં, divinity થી majestic. What ને તો શું છે રમણ મહર્ષિના ફેસમાં કે રામકૃષ્ણ પરમહંસના ફેસમાં? nothing majestic outside, and still you would just want to stare. કોઈ મસલ્સ દેખાય છે? કોઈ એવા સિક્સ પેક જેવું કે કંઈ દેખાય છે? કોઈ કોમ્પ્લેક્શનના ઠેકાના છે? કોઈ મેકઅપ છે? કશું જ નથિંગ. અને સ્ટીલ અહીંયા તો બંને મળે છે, એટલે એક્સટર્નલી મજેસ્ટિક એન્ડ ઇન્ટરનલી મજેસ્ટિક. ટપાવદીને તો જોયા જ કરવાનું મન થાય. આત્મા દેખાય તો બહુ સારું, ના દેખાય તો એ મજા પડે. એવા એક્સેપ્શન્સ હોય બીજા, હવે એ તો છોડો. So divinely majestic, I can't explain this. Holy. Holly. જેટલું આટલું તો કોઈનું બી કોન્સેપ્ટ હશે ને ગોડનું. Of any religion, any philosophies, if he is believing in the concept of God, this should be his concept. Amap Aishwarya, Purna Shuddha, Sarvocha, supreme. There is no one higher than it. Supreme. Sarvocha Satta. આટલું તો મિનિમમ કોન્સેપ્ટ, કોમન કોન્સેપ્ટ, જેનરિક કહીએ આપણે. આટલું હોય કે ન હોય? And it is really patently absurd to consider a soul of such a state to interfere and intervene and inspire. આ ત્રણ આયા આવશે ક્વિઝમાં. 3 eyes. Intervene, inspire, 4 કરવા છે, induce. મને લાગે આ 4 પૂછી લેજે આમાંથી. ગોડનું કંઈ બી આવે ને આ 4માં it is patently absurd, meaning it is obviously absurd to believe someone of such a caliber, such a state, associated with actions and reactions, expressions and responses. તારે આમ કરવાનું, માનસી આમ કરે ત્યારે I am the ઈશ્વર, I have to prompt Shibani, don't take it, retaliate. આશા શાંત રહીજે તું, આશા કાંઈ બી કરે. સી આને જુદું પ્રોમ્પ્ટ કરવાનું, આને જુદું પ્રોમ્પ્ટ કરવાનું, આને જુદું પ્રોમ્પ્ટ કરવાનું, આને જુદી રીતે ઇન્સ્પાયર કરવાનું. It's not said inspiring for good actions. Inspire for any actions. So I have to inspire આસ્થા કે એક લગાવી દેજે. આસ્થા કચકચ કરે તો એ બે જીવવાળી હોય કે ત્રણ જીવવાળી હોય, આપણે શું? પછી કઈ 9 મહિના સહન જ થોડી કરવાનું, એક ઠોકી દેજે ને. પણ શિબાનીને આઈ વોન્ટ ટુ ઇન્સ્પાયર કે નો, રિસ્પેક્ટ હર. She is Dr. Mansi. And this is the current state. Aji, I know the next state also. So, respect. પાછું હેમલને આમ કહેવાનું, પાછી પેલીને આમ કહેવાનું. બસ આ જ ધંધા લઈને બેઠા જ ભગવાન. બધા સવારના ઉઠીને મારી શિબાનીને શું ઇન્સ્પાયર કરવાનું, મારે આને શું ઇન્સ્પાયર કરવાનું. વોટ ઇઝ ધીસ? Such a divinely majestic soul with that divine bliss and all, and to associate him with all these expressions and responses and actions and reaction is damaging the majestic concept of God, lowering his dignity. It's like God remains but godliness goes away. So if godliness is not there, who's going to call him God? God રહેશે પણ he is constantly with responsibilities. આપને ઓછી છે. કિરીટ દોશી, કેટલાની રિસ્પોન્સિબિલિટી છે તમારા ઉપર? સલાહ આપવાની, કચકચ કરવાની, ઇન્ટરવીન કરવાની, ઇન્સ્પાયર કરવાની, કેટલાની છે? 4 કે છે એટલે કે એ ઋષભને કંઈ ન કહી શકે. હા, ઋષભ એટલે તમારા ભાઈના છોકરાને બી તમે કાંઈ ન કહી શકો. તમારી રિસ્પોન્સ. ઇમેજિન ઈશ્વર વિથ ધીસ અનંત souls, how he must be handling all this. પાછું આજે તને ઇન્સ્પાયર કરવાનું કે આસ્થા ઠોકી દે ને, પછી કાલે પાછું એમ ઇન્સ્પાયર કરવાનું કે નાઉ રિગ્રેટ સ્લેપિંગ હર. તો why did you inspire her to slap? Now today you are inspiring her to do paschatap and say michhami dukram. But why did you inspire her to do this? Are you understand? I'm trying to make the whole concept of God as a prompter stupid, illogical. Ishwar dosha vilas, dosha prabhav, dosh vilas in that stavan, dosh prabhav. He will be full of flaws. It's really damaging the concept, the majestic concept of God. It is like you are with this belief of God being the inspirer or prompter, you would flaw the flawless. You will flaw the flawless. You will stain the spotless. Assign him with great responsibilities. So this is actually damaging the majestic concept of God. You are actually removing away the godliness from God. So, in these hard-hitting words, dosha prabhav, Ishwar, dosh prabhav, these are really hard-hitting words. The Guru makes it clear that God has nothing to do with soul's karmas. If you want to get rid of karmas, you can take his avlamban, Aadhar, support of his advice or his agna or whatever. If you want to get rid of karmas, but God has nothing to do with soul's karmas. Hard hitting, but true. Okay. Karta Ishwar, Karta, no, act કરીને બતાવો. Karta Ishwar કોઈ નહીં. There is no Ishwar who is a doer, meaning creator of the universe and prompter of the actions of living beings or worldly beings. એવો કોઈ doer છે નહીં. Ishwar Shuddha. See, the disciple had argued that everything happening, all the actions of the worldly beings are because of God's inspiration, right? That's what he had argued. So the soul is always dependent on God. Correct? Because he's saying, so inspiration છે એ પ્રમાણે કરવું. What do you want me to do? No, it's exactly, you can visualize it. So the doctrine of the doership of God is not logical, as illogical as the doctrine of the doership of Prakriti. That only Jad is doing, but Jad is not having that consciousness, not that impure feelings, that therefore no inspiration. How can Prakriti do the Bandh, which needs soul's inspiration? So that was quite illogical, the doctrine of the doership of Prakriti. And now he wants to prove the doctrine of the doership of God is also not logical. But most of the religious philosophies conceive God as the creator, regulator, and dispenser of justice. ભગવાન ઉપર બેઠા છે, ન્યાય કરશે. So when there's so much injustice done towards you, you say, કાંઈ નહીં. તમે કોઈ નહીં માનતો નહીં, ભગવાન બેઠા છે. બોલિવૂડ, you haven't seen Bollywood? શું હોય અને શું ના હોય? I don't know why there hai. Bhagwan is sleeping or what? If he has to do justice, do it at the right time. Justice denied, justice delayed is. So why is he delaying? He wants to sleep? કે પરાઠા ખાવા બેઠા છે ભગવાન. If he is given this duty of dispensing justice, he should do it at the right time. Oh, he's full of defects. I think I am much more perfect than God, if this is God. If this is the concept of God, તો મને લાગે છે આપણે તો બરાબર બધું કામ લખીએ અને ટાઈમસર કરીએ. Why is he delaying justice? And the whole Bollywood is full of this dialogue only. All the movies are full of this dialogue. કે જસ્ટિસ હમણાં નહીં થાય, ધી એક્ટ્રેસ કે એક્ટર કે જે હોય, હીરો જે હોય, સહન કરે ને મરવાની આની ઉપર હોય ત્યારે ભગવાન જાગે. And then everything turns and finally wins. Basically, the religious philosophies who believe in God, conceive the concept in this way: the God is a supreme entity who is the creator, who is the regulator, and the dispenser of justice. And so they like to believe, people actually like to believe that because they feel if they please God, Bhagwan ne raji rakhe, so he will supply us with all comforts and happiness and forgive us for all our sins. આપણી બધી ભૂલો માફ કરશે, એને ખુશ રાખવાના છે, એને ખુશ રાખવાનો તો બધું માફ થઈ જાય. હા, એવું people like to believe. They don't like a vitragi Bhagwan only, who just does not know her. They like, even you like someone who is a doer, not knower. You don't like a sarvagna. You like a karta. Ask yourself. Do you want a smile from God? So you want him to be the doer of the smile. You want him to speak to you? So you want a doer. Nobody is interested in sarvagna and vitraga. Everyone, people want this feeling that if I please God, Bhagwan ne raji rakhu, 11 નાળિયેર ચડાવ, 1 કિલો પેંડા ચડાવ, તિરુપતિ જઈને આટલું સોનું ચડાવ, શંખેશ્વર જઈને આટલા ફૂલ ચડાવ, તો પાર્શ્વનાથ ખુશ થશે, બાલાજી ખુશ થશે, વાલ બાલ બધું અર્પણ કરી દઉં તો બાલાજી ખુશ થશે, શંખેશ્વરના ભગવાન ફૂલથી ખુશ થશે. 1 કરોડ ફૂલની આંગી, 1 લાખ ફૂલની આંગી, ભગવાન ખુશ થશે, ભગવાન ખુશ થશે તો આપણે વૈભવશાળી રહીશું, ખુશ રહીશું, આપણે કોઈ પ્રોબ્લેમ નહીં આવે, અને કોઈ વાર કોઈ ભૂલ થઈ જાય તો તરત માફી મળી જાય. People like this feeling. So even if you are a Jain and even if you are taught, you will tend to project all this on the Guru. Keep God clean. Give God clean vitragi and now expect everything from Guru. So you don't want an Atmagnani Guru, you don't want a Samadarshi Guru, you don't want a Vichre Uday Prayogwala Guru, you want a Guru to shower blessings on you. You want a guru to fulfill your desires. You want a guru to endorse all your nonsense, presented very nicely. So people have this feeling. So even the psychologists say that the parents also try to induce such thoughts in their kids that this from birth they are God fearing. I didn't say God loving, huh? I said God fearing. ભગવાનથી ડર. બસ ભગવાનથી ડરવાનું જ આપણા મનમાં છે. And it helps us to refrain from wrong things, bad things. It does help. Oh God, ભગવાન નારાજ થઈ જશે તો આવી બનશે મારે. God fearing was put in the feeling of God fearing was put in the minds so that we refrain from negative things. So that was good, but we never became God loving. Till we met Param Kripaludev, we didn't know we can also love God. I'm not saying expect, but it is love God. We were all God fearing. In fact, when I go to South India, તો કે અમારું આખું South India છે ને God fearing people. અને North India માં they are not God fearing. So you'll see a lot of crimes in North India. Less, I would say, less in South India. Because there everyone is God fearing. સવારના તમે જુઓ તો બધા કાંઈ લગાડતા હોય, કાંઈ રંગોલી કરતા હોય, કશે બેલ વાગતું હોય ધર્મ. અને એમ કે નોર્થ ઇન્ડિયામાં બધું ઓછું. They are not so God fearing. But why God fearing? We either option શું આપો હવે આમ જ God loving જ બનવાનું. And love what? His majestic state. Not what he can do for you. Don't make him a doer. Don't expect doership. આ તો પાછી લીલા થઈ ગઈ ને, લીલા દોષ વિલાસ. પછી તમે જ કહેશો કે આના ઉપર કર્યું ને આના ઉપર ન કર્યું. He is partial. So let him be a knower only. No, he doesn't want to be a doer. Let him be a knower. બસ જ્ઞાતા દ્રષ્ટા. So somewhere પરમ કૃપાળુદેવ કે ચાલો પેલા શિષ્યનું તો જે થાય તું તારી ભક્તિ સુધાર. Correct? So of course that God fearing બનવાથી we tend to refrain from negative things, evil things, wrong things. But in the long run, for love we'll go out only. We won't start loving God. So પરમ કૃપાળુદેવ છે પ્રેમ લક્ષણા ભક્તિ ઊભી કરો. Love God. So your likes and dislikes will start getting eliminated in loving God. And that loving God will make you actually dispassionate when it comes to worldly objects. Vairagya. Your prem will turn into, the other side of prem is vairagya, for prem for God. Rushabhajineshwar pritam marore. Or run a chahu. No one else, nothing else. So that nothing else is vairagya. And Rushabh Jineshwar, એક જ મારો પતિ, lover, that is prem. So prem is like one side of the coin, vairagya is the other side. If the other side is not found in you, don't call the other side prem. Say I'm enjoying, don't say I love. Don't say I love God, because there is no dispassion seen. Correct? So I think आपने फंटाई गया. So people like the concept of a protective God. That's why they are God fearing. I'm protector, creator, regulator, dispenser of justice. You are understanding? How much ever philosophically you will accept, but emotionally you want such a God. Philosophic, અમે જૈન છે, અમે કોઈ God as a creator ન માનીએ. Right? From childhood you must be saying this. But now ask your emotions. It wants a protective God. Not a gnani, sarvagna, vitragi, dispassionate. You want God to long for you, love you, meaning doer. Let me finish this now. Okay. So, but such a concept of God as a creator, God as a prompter, only damages the concept of God. True? So, what did we say? It flaws the flawless. It taints, yeah, stains બધા આવી જાય સ્પોટલેસ ઉપર. આ કરીએ, આ ન કરે, આમ કરે, તેમ કરે, આટલું વધારે ના કરે, આટલું ઓછું ના કરે, આમ શોભે, આમ ન શોભે. What is it? You don't know what is the concept of God. You don't know what is the concept of Guru then. First be clear about his state, then come near him. Then listen to him. It's no use listening to him otherwise if you are not clear about his state. પછી ગુરુ હોય કે God હોય. So much ઉપદેશ is there, so much spiritual updesh is there in this technical stuff. We are talking about metaphysics, about Jagat, Jeev and Jagdish, meaning Ishwar, and there is so much spiritual message here. So the Guru directly in hard words, harsh words, is saying there is no God as a creator or prompter. God is only the knower of the universe. If you want to associate him with the universe, Krapavdev has not. His Keval dance definition is nothing to do with the world. But if you see from the practical viewpoint, the definition of Keval dance, so he knows the three worlds, he knows the past, he knows the present, he knows the future. Oh, he is only the knower and not the doer. Are you very clear? Okay, so godliness is a wonderful state. So તમે જ કહો મને. It's majestically divine. It is holy. You have to say immaculate. It is pristine. Infinite knowledge has been manifested. Then purity, immaculate purity આવી ગયું. Boundless divinity, and he abides in the uninterrupted bliss. And now Param Kripadev starts from this last thing, uninterrupted bliss. Oh, your God is such a serene fellow. Serene, dispassionate, meaning without any passions, meaning without any desires. Yeah, God is an entity without desires. Now the questioning will start. If your God is pure, if your God is the infinite knowledge, power, happiness, everything has been manifested, then why such a God who has reached that fulfillment, accomplished? Why such a God would want to create a world? We start from the creation of the world to the prompting of the actions of the souls. So why would such an accomplished, pure, complete, perfect, passionless, meaning without desires, such a state, Godની દશા કેવી છે આવી છે. So if someone is in such a state, why would he want to create the world, first of all? Why would any agitating desire arise in him? I want to prompt Shibani to do like this. I want to prompt Astha to do this way, behave this way. This is called an agitating desire. So if he is all-knowing, compassionate, dispassion, all these virtues we talked about, why would he create a universe? A Leela came kare? Why would he prompt, intervene? Why would he prompt someone to do a wrong action? Chalo. My question is even for right actions, but at least why would he prompt to do something wrong? Why? In all this, the concept of God, so God loses his godliness, lowers his dignity. I just want to discuss 4 questions with you and then we end here. Number 1. Number one is why. So there's a beautiful Ekoham Bahusuyam. So in the scriptures of some philosophies, so they say Ekoham Bahusyam, I was one and I want to be many. Why? Why you want to be many? I can understand why Hemal and Rushabh want to be many. Many means many એટલે એક બી kid હોય તો many થઈ જાય. Because you are not God, no? So I can understand that you feel complete with a family. So you want to become more. Means your metta wants to become more. It's okay, fine. But why would God want to become more? Is he thakod in his bliss? You understand thakod? Tired? Is tired? Oh, he must be experiencing boredom. એકલો એકલો હું શું કરું મોક્ષમાં? આમ બધા સાથે હોય ને પછી ગરબા લઈએ તો કેટલી મજા આવે. તને પાર્ટી કરવાનું મન થાય, I understand. તને ડાન્સ કરવાનું મન થાય, I understand. Because you are imperfect, you are impure, you want the right company to enjoy. You are tired, you are bored, so you want to go for swimming, you want to dance. I can understand because you are not God. But if you say God and the manifestation of that uninterrupted bliss, so why would Rushabh, if Rushabdev Bhagwan gets a feeling, even I want to have a baby. કેટલા ખુશ દેખાય છે હેમલ ને ઋષભ, કેટલા ખુશ દેખાય છે. તો ઋષભદેવ, so I would say that means you have not experienced the inner bliss maybe. That's why Ekoham Bahusyam. You are bored, you are tired, or there is some curiosity. Let me create all this. Chess રમીએ, chess. આખું battlefield ઊભું કરીએ ને પછી ઠીસુમ 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 કરીએ. This is a sign of boredom. રાજા ઊભું કરવાનું, રાણી ઊભી કરવાનું, હાથી ઊભું કરવાનું, ઘોડો ઊભો કરવાનો, ઊંટ ઊભો કરવાનો, સૈનિકો ઊભો કરવાના, પછી ઢેમ આમ આગળ આગળ આગળ. What is, why have you created all this? Because you were feeling bored. So you said, let's play chess, let's play cards. हाँ, एकदम शांत स्थिति હતી, you get 13 worst cards in your hand. Oh no, but there was nothing like oh no, everything was oh nice. But you got tired of that state, so you started playing cards. પછી એ કાર્ડ્સમાં હેપીનેસ એન્ડ મિઝરીમાં ઝૂલા ખાવાના. આ ગેમમાં આને કોટ ચડાયો, આમાં આને સ્વેટર પહેરાયો, આને કોટ પહેરાયો, આને સ્વેટર પહેરાયો. But I understand if you do this, I understand it completely because you are full of passion. Your happiness is only so fickle that you get bored. So you want a change. So you want to be many, but now many is not possible because everyone can't get quarantined here. So you take out your hathi and ghoda and oot and start playing with it. Eh, maro hathi khai gyo. Mara hathi ne mari nakhyo. You like to create a battlefield because there is a battlefield within. So you want to create it on the board, Emma, because you are bored. Bored. Okay? B-O-R-E-D, B-O-A-R-D. So I can understand if you say Ekoham Bahuswam, but I do not understand if God had this feeling. Why was he tired of his bliss? Why he was bored? Or there was a feeling of curiosity in it? કે જો હું આવી રીતે આમાં કરું ને આમ કરું ને let me see the whole Leela. Not that. Why? So it doesn't make sense. Even a sadhak does not get tired or bored in his efforts, though he has not attained the inner bliss. I'm talking about you all. You have not attained, still you want to come for satsangs every day? Or you're tired, tell me. You aren't? Okay. So if you are not tired of satsangs and all, and God is tired, he wants a change. So he created the world. He created a weird world and he created Riya with a peculiar nature. Then he created Nemi with a different nature. Then he created Morley with no nature. Then he created Shiv. You know why? Because I want to enjoy this play. I would not call him God at least. If God is the creator, then I don't want to believe. Then I am much better. I created a better ashram than the way he created the world. I created the ashram, no. I'm not God. I'm created the ashram, no. COVID છે અહીંયા. God created the world, no. હવે મને કયો તમે. I consider me quite imperfect, lack of knowledge. એને વર્લ્ડમાં કોવિડ નાખવું હતું તો પહેલા બધે સેનિટાઇઝિંગ સેન્ટર્સ ને આ બધું કરી રાખવું જોઈતું હતું. અમે કર્યું છે. So somewhere if I compare myself with this concept of God, I think I'm better. અને આટલું કર્યા પછી I don't feel, I'm entangled in this. God તો બિચારા પેલું એસ્ટ્રાઝેનિકા આવે એટલે ગોડને પાછું ટેન્શન કે અરે મારે તો કોવિડ લંબાવવું છે, આ ક્યાંથી આવી ગયું. પછી એને આમ કરે, પછી એને ફેલ કરે, પછી પાછું 8 વીક્સ કરે, પછી 4 વીક્સ કરે. વાય ડઝન્ટ ગોડ ડિસાઇડ કે 4 વીકમાં બીજો શોટ લેવાનો કે 8 વીકમાં? આઈ એમ જસ્ટ સેઇંગ થિંક લોજિકલી. તમે જ ઊભું કર્યો છે ઈશ્વરને. કાંઈ કોઈ ઈશ્વર છે તે કરતા ઈશ્વર કોઈ નહીં. You have created, Manav have created. Manav means not you, means everyone. You have created this concept of God in it because you don't want to stay responsible for anything. So you thought, okay, it was God's will, it was your will to get pregnant. So don't say it was God's will. Correct or not? Right or wrong, I'm not saying. But why don't you say, yes, we planned this baby and at this time and this happened and we are happy. So it's fine. But why everything you want to throw project the responsibility on someone else and who is not there? Karta Ishwar koi nahi. I like this verse very much. So why would a dispassionate, why would a serene, why would a fulfilled God desire and do? Desire and do. First question, why? Second question, how? Suppose he is the creator. So I want to know, he's the Upadan Karan or Nimit Karan? Very short. Upadan means he is the material cause, means the God himself becomes the universe. So the material cause. So God must be animate or inanimate? What is mixed? He has to be animate or inanimate. What is mixed? Means he has consciousness or he doesn't have consciousness. What is the meaning of mixed? He has to be conscious or non-conscious. So what do you want to keep? अरे ईश्वરની વાત ચાલે છે. ઈશ્વર, હા, at least keep him conscious. You want to be conscious and you want God unconscious. So if he is conscious, he has to be conscious, right? So he created the conscious souls, but he created the atoms also. So if God is only the world, or God has created, if he is the material cause, then even the atoms have to be conscious. Cause effect, whatever is in the effect has to be at least latently present in the cause. So if God is the material cause of the world, all the effects, so say atoms, even should have that little bit of godliness, meaning the consciousness. Again, I am confused. Forget it. કે હતા જ, ચલો, souls બી હતા, વસ્તુઓ બી હતી, clay બી હતું, બધું જ હતું. And God is just the instrumental cause of the creation of the world, not the material cause. Material was already there. God plus material. But he is the instrumental cause, like a potter. He picks up the clay, puts it on the wheel, અને પછી આમ કરે, અને પછી પેલે સ્ટિકથી wheel આમ કરે, and finally a pot is created. Finally this universe is created. 14 રાજલોક દોરે છે. Symbol of Jainism. Right? So he must have created. So again I have a question. કેવી રીતે ક્રિએટ કર્યું? He used both the hands or one hand? No, I write with one hand. So did God in creation, he created like this, or did he create it like this, or he was just sitting and daydreaming or whatever. અને એમના સંકલ્પથી ઊભું થયું. How did he actually create? Was he sitting when he created the world? Because the world was not there before he created. He created the world, right? So where was he before that? Place. How much time did it took? 3 minutes, 7 minutes? Popcorn કેટલા મિનિટમાં થાય? 3 minutes, yeah. એક આખું પેકેટ મૂકવાનું, Shyam has given, right? હા, આમ પેકેટ મૂકવાનું માઇક્રોવેવમાં 3 મિનિટ્સની અંદર મસ્ત બધા પોપકોર્ન થઈ જાય. ભગવાનને કેટલો ટાઈમ લાગ્યો હશે આખું આ પકાવતા વર્લ્ડને? પ્રોસેસ શું હશે? પહેલા he must have made Asia or America. How? Several questions can be asked. Then don't say કે બસ સંકલ્પ માત્રથી થયું. તો સંકલ્પ માત્રથી થયું તો આ બધી ચીજની બી જરૂર નહોતી. We say the clay and this and that. So several unending questions are there. How? For how? How? And then how would he destroy? Because we have learned that the substance never get destroyed. So the moment he feels, now I am not interested in this world, now I want the pralay, destruction. અરે માંડ માંડ આપણે અહીંયા આપણું ઘર બનાવ્યું. And God now wills that now I'm bored of this world and I want to do pralay. So where will all these substances go? Because substances can never be destroyed, no? તો આટલો ભંગાર, આખા વર્લ્ડનો ભંગાર તમે વિચાર કરો. Whom would he sell it to? આખો એક આપણો ખાલી એક ભંગાર is so much, you know, ભંગાર to discard ભંગાર is the worst thing in America. Right? મફતમાં આપી દો કે આ લઈ જાઓ તો બી કોઈ આવે નહીં. Many questions I don't want to. See, because there is no God, I'm making it so dramatic and laughing it out. કોઈ હોત તો I wouldn't say like this. But because there is nothing like this, and it's just your concept, I'm saying this. Third question. Why is God partial? Why did God prompt Shibani to not retaliate? And Shant Reje. Why did God tell Asta to slap her back and retaliate with anger? એટલે બીજી વાર કટકટ નહીં કરે. નહીં તો શું છે કે 4 મહિના પછી કહેશે મારા છોકરાઓને રાખવા આવો, હું ફરવા જાઉં છું, મારા છોકરા આપણે જોઈએ જ નહીં ઝંઝટ, એની છે એ સંભાળે. So why did God prompt her to be calm? And why did God prompt her to be angry? Why? Why did God prompt her to do something wrong? Why did God prompt her to do something good? Why? If he is the inspiration, if he is the prompter and inspirer, બધાને સારું કરવાનું જ ઇન્સ્પાયર કરવું જોઈએ. And it should be compelling because he is God. If you don't agree, છૂ કરી નાખીશ તને આ જગતમાંથી જ. I won't send you to Narak Barak. I would just make you disappear. Well, I am God. I have created you. Why should I keep such people in this universe? અને પરમ કૃપાળુ દેવનું આ સ્ટેટમેન્ટ છે કે if God, in મોક્ષમાલામાં, કે if God is the creator, why did he create Mahavir who does not believe in him? Who is an atheist? God as a creator. He should at least not create such people who would be against him. If means હું તો બહુ લાઇટ બોલું છું, you better read that chapter. બેફામ questions છે, બેફામ word. સદગુરુ એ જ હોય જે બેફામ હોય. ફાર્મ તો ફાર્મસીમાં પણ મળી શકે, બેફામ હોય તો ગુરુ. આ બી સાલું કાંઈ બેસતું નથી. ચાલો એ બધું વાય બી બેસ્યું નહીં, હાવ બી બેસ્યું નહીં, થર્ડ પાર્શિયલ બી બેઠું નહીં. બિકોઝ આઈ એમ નોટ અન્ડરસ્ટેન્ડિંગ why does he prompt someone to do wrong and then regret અને દુઃખી થાય? Why should you be dukhi? But Asta, you were prompted by God to slap her. So God should regret if he feels કે આવું ન થવું જોઈએ. Why should you regret? He makes you first to slap her. Then second day he prompts you to say, oh, go and tell her sorry. Sorry. Then if you have slapped, see, the whole concept is so funny. If he is the prompter, he should have brains to tell you in the first instance, कि शांत रहे. Why would first God prompt him to do wrong and then repent and regret? It doesn't make sense. So मजा आवती है भगवान ने to see someone miserable because it's created by him and prompted by him. So who was that person who was hanged? Kasab, yeah, Kasab, terrorist attack. So who prompted him to kill people in Bombay according to this concept? Then who prompted the policemen to catch him? I don't know what is God up to, but whatever. Then he was regretting at one point. So who made him regret? Who decided to hang him? Finally, who decided? God. And who got hanged? Kasab. So I'm not understanding આ આખો ખેલ કરવામાં ભગવાનને શું મજા આવી. How can he see his creation experience misery? ખાલી તમને લોકોને કોઈ દુઃખ પડે તો મને એમ થાય કે ના જલ્દી હેલ્પ કરું, આ કરું, કંઈક આ કરું. તો ભગવાન જ દુઃખ ક્રિએટ કરે અને એ લોકોને પ્રોમ્પ્ટ કરે ખોટું કરવાનું, દુઃખી થાય અને એ જોઈને એમ કરીને એને મજા આવે. So મજા નહીં આવતી હોય તો why did you prompt him to do wrong? You should have inspired him to do puja and arti. You understand? તો આ બી કંઈ બહુ બેસું નથી. અને દયાલુ છે ભગવાન. દયાલુ તો હોય કે નહીં? કૃપાલુ હોય કે ના હોય, પણ દયાલુ તો હોય કે નહીં? કમ્પેશનેટ તો હોય. તો why did he create some blind people? Only one eye. Why did he create COVID-19? Corona V virus D disease year 19. આ 21 થવાય. પહેલા 21 ચાલે છે. So first detected in China in COVID-19. So it is named COVID-19. Who created? Who created the world? All the happenings of the world. So is pandemic happening or not? So who created it? So why did he create it? Again, it's not making sense. And why did he create Mahavir, who said there is no God? Karta Ishwar koi nahi. Why did he create Srimad, who is saying Karta Ishwar koi nahi? Why did Ishwar create Srimad Rajchandra, who bluntly writes Karta Ishwar koi nahi? Why? If he has to prompt, why does he prompt and inspire? Why doesn't he inspire everyone's? But that same. Kem koi no ultu ne sultu? Again, that's not making sense. Third and the last. Okay, you are saying, but God to hovu joye ne. Anything which is a design should have a designer. This is a beautiful design, with the hands showing wrong time and everything. It's a good design. It's a good design, અંદર આમ ટક 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 પેલું ચક્કર ચાલતું હોય, પેલું આ ચાલતું. It's a beautiful design. So obviously there has to be a designer. And the world is such a beautiful design. અહીંયા mountain હોય, અહીંયા valley હોય, અહીંયા sea હોય, અહીંયા rivers હોય. It's such a beautiful. There has to be a designer. Even I feel this is right. But now my question is, who designed God? Who created God? Lunavat, who created God? बड़े पापा. एक पापा होता है और एक बड़े बड़े पापा होते हैं. So पापा को किसने क्रिएट किया? तो बड़े पापा ने, बड़ा ईश्वर. Okay, so now my question is, who created बड़े पापा? So what do you call that in Marwadi? बड़े पापा थी भी ऊपर जो होते कौन? दाऊजी बाऊजी के काय भी कर रहे हैं. हाँ, दादाजी created पापाजी and पापाजी created me. Okay? So who created Dadaji? I can go on. It is unending and I want to end. So the question will be unending. Finally, you'll get tired and say, he always existed. वो थे. So I think, why didn't you say this in the beginning only? This world was always there. It existed. Why did you need a creator for that? So God as the creator of universe, God as the prompter of the soul's actions, all this does not seem logical at all. Therefore, it is established that neither the Prakriti nor the concept of doctrine of God seems logical. It is the soul who is the doer of karmas. Let's sing.
करता ईश्वर कोई नहीं, ईश्वर शुद्ध स्वभाव, अथवा प्रेरक ते गणे, ईश्वर दोष प्रभाव।